Right, we should be live in the group now. Don't know who's with us this afternoon, but it's a sunny day here in Cumbria. I'm Loraine from Woolly Madly Deeply, and this is Emma from Emma Sadler Designs.
Good afternoon.
And welcome. Oh, have we lost our connection?
I can see us in the group.
Oh, okay. It says, sorry, we're having trouble playing this video on my end. So never mind. I'll just completely ignore it. And
yeah, you just crack on because I can definitely see
we'll
you.
crack on. We said today that we would talk about shawl shapes.
Oh, yeah.
I've put a bundle together of sort of shawls based on different searches, some resources for anybody that's interested in different shapes, or anybody that wants to get into design or expand their design work already, because there's a number of cheat sheets and things like that that you can download on Ravelry if you're someone that uses Ravelry, that will give you a better idea of how things work. The cheat sheets that I'm going to recommend are knitting based, but let's be honest, the way that they actually work, it would work just as well with crochet. It's just the stitches are typically taller. So it should be absolutely fine. Oh, Michelle's in the house. Hello.
Hey, hi Michelle.
So she can see us both. That's good. It's probably just my stupid computer. It's probably running a Windows update or something equally unhelpful.
It does that every Sunday, don't worry.
It's been in a tears all week. I don't know what's up with it. I don't know if it's something in the water.
Oh, Helen's with us as well.
Oh, hi, Helen. I don't know if Helen Gipson will be with us today. It's her birthday, so happy birthday to the other Helen.
She might be eating too much cake to join us.
She did get lots of cakes in the after party, but I think I have to take one of my cakes, which was behind a spoiler, into the naughty corner, really.
Shall I just use that one?
Message on it. Yeah, you take that one. It's probably gluten-free.
That's good. I'll remove all evidence.
Yeah, you do that. So has everybody got a beverage? So I've got Builder tea in a big fat mug.
I've got Earl Grey, which I actually think I made Anne a cup of Earl Grey when she came round to save my dead car yesterday. She didn't say a thing.
Oh.
That's a friend for you. She should have told me, Emma, this tea's disgusting. But
oh, bless.
Yeah.
Maybe she was channeling Jean-Luc Picard. Maybe that's what it was.
Maybe. Yeah. So come on then, flash us something. Let's have a flash.
Well, I've took out. I do knit shawls.
Yeah.
And I've designed shawls. And I know where my shawls are, but they're in the sort of backmost boxes behind walls of other boxes. There's sort of, if you imagine a fairly large bedroom where one wall is wardrobes piled with boxes of yarn, and then actual 84-litre boxes of yarn in front of that, piled as tall as the wardrobes, and then another line of 84-litre boxes in front of that. So there's kind of a wall of yarn I have to move to get to the wall of yarn and the samples at the back. And I love you all dearly, but just not enough to do that today because I'm a bit tired. So what I did find was it's a prototype. It never went anywhere. This is some yarn from Lana Stop, who sadly are no longer in existence. It's a Spanish company, really lovely people.
Yeah.
It's got a lacy garter border with kind of a pickety, edgy thing going on.
Like that.
Pickety.
Is that blue?
It's blue and grey.
That could belong to someone, that.
And it's massive. It's big enough to wrap around me, and it's almost blankety.
That is gorgeous. Oh, the birthday girl's joined us.
Oh, hello.
Happy birthday.
Has she come to throw that cake at me?
Smack in your face with it.
Hello, Helen. Happy birthday. Sorry about the sentiment on the cake. I just saw this news article about a still game cake with a message from mother to son and thought, well, that can't be bad, can it? And then read it after I'd posted it. So, oops.
Rookie mistake.
Yeah, never mind. So that it's just kind of a big floppy garter stitch prototype. It's not really gone anywhere.
You know the body of it, where it's gone from the blue to the grey, is that separate balls or is it one ball?
It's separate balls, and then I sort of striped for the transition. Just kept weighing the yarn so that I had enough to roughly to do the border.
But it was one blue and one grey. It's not like lots of different blues.
No, it's one blue and one grey. The Lanastop belt, what a lovely name.
Right.
That this was made with was in either 150 or 200 gram balls. Similar sort of thing to James Brett marble, but it's either 50 or 70% wool.
That sounds lovely. Nice and soft.
It is nice and soft, and it's really warm, and it's one that I generally have kicking around to sort of snuggle under on cooler evenings.
So that is your design, is that? Hang on, don't put it away. I've still got some questions.
Right, okay.
That's yours.
Yeah. Is Helen cutting the cake ready to throw it?
She said it was funny.
Oh, good. Michelle says a photo of my beverages on the main site is I can't put it on here. And she said happy birthday to Helen as well. We won't sing, Helen, because that just, wouldn't be good, would it?
I like to sing.
And okay.
Swiftly on.
Moving swiftly on.
Michelle, I believe, is on holiday tomorrow, so today's not a school night for her. So maybe her beverage of choice is not tea.
Oh.
Just saying.
Oh, is it a cocktail or something? I sort of cheated in that somebody mentioned some mint and lime fizzy pop that you can get from Aldi. I think it's about 35 pence a litre.
Yeah.
And it tastes like having a mojito. So I just thought, this'll do, and put some ice and little cocktail umbrellas in it, but no booze.
Well, you had a virgin one, did you?
I did, because I was driving, so you know.
No. Right. Let's get back to your shawl.
Yeah, sorry.
You didn't tell me your construction of it. Where did you start?
It's corner to corner or side to side with a few stitches, 2 stitches or something.
So you started there. Yeah. Where have you increased? At the edges?
At one edge.
One edge. And then you've picked up the edging?
It looks like it's about 7 years since I made this. Maybe.
That looks like you've picked up and done the lacy edge.
Yeah, because I can see I've got ends that aren't perhaps woven in.
Yeah, we didn't see that. That's fine.
No, that's why I've got them on this side.
And I can't quite see on here. Is that an I-cord bind off on the top, the bluey bit? Not the pinko edge, the other one. That's it.
It is. It's an I-cord edge that was knitted on afterwards.
I like it.
Yeah, because I realised I had enough blue left to do that.
Right.
It wasn't in the plan. It was if I've got enough blue.
Yeah, but it looks gorgeous.
It's just really simple, side to side triangle with garter and such a simple garter lace border. And I don't know why I'd never got around to doing a pattern for it, but I'll have to sit down and count my stitches and stuff on there.
We need that pattern in the world. Okay, what was the next one you were gonna? When I rudely interrupted you.
You've seen this one, which is this drops point the way. Honestly,
is that the Yarndale one?
No. This is one Jackie got me the kit for Christmas or my birthday or something.
The one that you were enjoying so much you just kept going.
Yeah, and it's an asymmetric shawl, and it's got this sort of shark tooth edge, which is just casting off so many stitches every so many rows.
We started.
Where do you start?
I'm pointing at your screen as if you can see what I'm pointing at.
Right, the first row is that long length there.
All
and
right.
2 stitches here, and then a double increase. And then it to create like an L shape, if you can see that.
Right, so you've cast on there, you've got like your increases over there, and are you decreasing on this side here?
Yeah.
Where do you do your decrease?
There's decreases on this side, increases on that side, and then cast off so many after so many garter ridges. I had to write it down and do lots of little, you know, the 4 fence things and the crossbar through the fence, that thing. It's really enjoyable, and it's a great way to use up leftovers of sock yarn, and it was super simple, even despite being a drops pattern. But it was one of those where you kind of cast it on, and I was really struggling to get my head around how it was going to look, because there's no schematic. In fact, there's no clues whatsoever. You just have to trust it. And
the colours in that you've chosen, they go with almost any outfit, those.
Pretty much in my wardrobe. My dad thinks that this sort of colour here, guacamole it's called, is too bright. And compared to the rest, he's probably right, but I just love it anyway, so I wear it.
Just fold it artfully, no one will see that.
And then obviously you've seen this one, which was the Garden Pond shawl by Patricia Martin or somebody like that, with all fancy beading.
Oh yeah.
But I haven't brought my Songbird shawl, which was the first sort of magazine shawl design I did. I haven't brought that one downstairs because it's right at the back of the room, and
it's in the naughty box.
Yeah, I just really couldn't be bothered. Love you all, but yeah, so I haven't brought that one downstairs. And there's a ruffled shawl that I did with some more of that Lana stop belt. It's in like a cream, and it goes to a very dark grey, and it's got this massive ruffle. In fact, I think the ruffle used almost a ball of yarn just for the ruffle.
Wow.
It just really sucked up the yarn, and the last couple of rows were terrifying. It was
yarn chicken now, aren't you?
Oh my, am I ever going to get this finished? You know, am I going to just get to about 7 stitches before the end and not have enough?
Yeah.
And have to rip it back. But it worked. It was fine. But my Songbird shawl was one of those where I really didn't know what I was doing. I'd never really designed a shawl before. And the magazine sent me a template thing to get started with for Stitch Mastery. And I thought, oh, great, I can use this. Didn't really know any better. I had a stitch pattern that worked on 8, 12 or 16 stitches through the various stitch patterns that you use in the design. And they sent me a template which was uneven numbers. So I couldn't understand why I couldn't break my chart down from enormous to small segments, because odd numbers and even numbers don't work. But I didn't know enough, so I got in touch with the tech editor they had at the time, who told me I was an idiot and told me to go away and just chunk it down. And I got back to her again and said, but I can't because it doesn't work and I don't know what I'm doing wrong and I need you to look at it. So again, she messaged me and told me off and said, look, just get it sorted. I really don't have time to deal with this.
Oh, great.
And then the magazine editor went absolutely nuts with me when I sent this really big chat and said, why didn't you speak to so-and-so? I said, well, actually, here's copies of the correspondence. And she denied ever receiving it. So,
what?
And then I found a mistake, a mohair, kid silk mohair shawl.
Oh, God, no.
And I found a mistake about 10 inches down.
Oh, no.
I didn't know enough to be able to take it all out, so I just had to rip it all out, everything I'd knitted over a weekend, 4 days before the deadline, and then put a dental floss lifeline in and re-knit it all. And I think I just sat and cried for 2 days.
Did you actually get any sleep over that period?
Not really, no, because I'd get so obsessed that it's got to be done and I've got a deadline and it's got to happen that you could blow the house up and I would carry on just doing it because I've made a commitment. And well, stupid might be the word, because if I'd have rang her up in tears and just said, I can't do it, she'd have probably done the deadline. But it was the first big thing. It was my first cover item.
Right.
So it was the cover of the magazine, and I knew that it was going to be the cover. They'd already told me that. So it was just a bit bizarre. And then there was this weird thing happened where a different magazine rang me up and wanted to do a feature on it because they'd heard from someone else that it was the cover. And then the magazine phoned me and gave me a telling off for telling them. I haven't told anyone. I hadn't even told Mike.
Yeah.
So I don't know who told them. So it was one of those kind of nightmares. So it's not one I keep out because I kind of shudder.
It's just going to give you terrible flashbacks.
Yeah, I love it. Don't get me wrong. And I've never forgiven them for calling it Songbird because there isn't a damn bird anywhere on that shawl.
Isn't that supposed to be three times
Three
a lady?
times a lacy.
Lacy,
so it's lots of lacy patterns.
Which makes much more sense.
Yeah. And that's why she picked it for the magazine. So why not just stick with the name? I don't know. See, it's all a bit weird. Have we got any comments? Has everybody gone home?
No, I think they're all still with us, just laughing at us.
All right, okay. So Catherine's in the house. Morning, Catherine. How are you? Have you got a big mug of coffee to get you going for the day?
Oh, yeah.
Need one. Helen, can we discuss this news about Henry Cavill?
Are we allowed?
Yeah, I think we are allowed. Are we not?
Is the cat out of the bag properly?
Well, it's in the Express. I'm not sure whether that's is that even a newspaper these days. I don't know.
They just make things up over there, don't they? Is it real or has somebody made it up?
I don't know. He does look very good in this suit.
Well, yeah, he looks very good.
To be fair, I couldn't imagine him as Sherlock.
Yeah. I can't imagine him doing a bad job of anything, really, to be honest.
I couldn't imagine him as Sherlock. I mean, I loved the movie, The Enola Holmes. Thought it was great. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Great fun. But yeah, I wouldn't have cast Henry Cavill as Sherlock before seeing it. And yeah, actually, it's quite good.
Yeah, that's what I say. He can't do anything wrong. And I told you he was a crocheter.
Well, someone's made the hat, haven't they? Because that didn't just magic out from nowhere. And he's got that really adorable doggy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I can't help it. I love the dog. And a man with a dog is just 10 times more attractive.
A bit of woof and fluff, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Woof. That's like Flash, isn't it? What's he called?
Oh, Helen says, I don't think it's decided yet, but says he's keen.
Oh.
Well, he's bound to be, isn't he? Because if you like Daniel Craig, you get to do several movies and get a ton of money. Oh, Vale's in the house. Hello, Vale. How are you doing?
Hello. I haven't seen you for ages.
We must get Vale to show us that beautiful vest she's knitting for her dad, for Hank.
Oh, yeah? That would be nice to see.
Oh, Helen loves the dog as well. Yeah.
They've got to be a dog person, otherwise I don't want to know.
He probably needs someone to look after the dog while he's doing that run. So we should probably volunteer.
Knitting Across the Pennines dog sitting service.
Yeah. Oh, Vale's good, she says. That's good to know. Coco apparently feels the need to come and let me know that she's emptied the dish again.
Oh. Well, I've got some shawls that I knitted.
Oh, whip them out.
Oh, okay, right. So I've actually organised my projects, and I've got my shawl projects in one Ujima flip. Are you impressed?
Wow.
Hang on, I don't even know what an Ujima flip is.
Was there a fire? What was going on?
I must have wet the bed or something.
Spiders? Is that what it was?
Well, something was upsetting me. Right. So I'm sorry. We're going to have to leave you and gorgeous doggo, and I'll share my screen.
It's Coco because Mocha doesn't like to be on screen. Yeah, no, it's the autographs and all the fan mail.
Obviously.
She can't cope
right,
with it.
Okay. Which one am I showing?
You don't like it, do you, Mimi?
Right. Here we go. Are you ready?
Right, share your screen.
Can you see? These are all my shawls that I've knitted. Are they showing?
They are.
Excellent. Right. So we'll go back. We'll go back to the earliest ones. I can't believe that's the earliest one. Okay. So you've all seen Clodagh.
Yeah.
I won't bother getting that one out. Oh, a waisted hideaway. Now I have actually got that one here. Now some of these projects are a little bit sparse on the information, unfortunately. I don't know what I was thinking.
Is this because someone didn't make notes?
It is. No, I made notes. I swear I made notes. The gremlins will have taken them from it. Okay, right. Do you want me to show you my projects first and then my samples, or should I stop sharing to show you them?
Show first on the screen, I think.
Okay, cool. Right,
Yeah,
so
we're good, thanks, Phil.
oh, excellent.
Helen
So,
says we'd be perfect at dog sitting, and Phil is saying that you've got beautiful shawls, Emma.
oh, thank you. This one was done. I went through a stage of wanting to do cowls, and especially mystery cowls, and this one was actually a pack of 2 packs, sorry, of little minis and gradients, but she's discontinued them now, which is quite disappointing. Knitting Goddess, I mean, I thought she was, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. And then I went through a phase of doing some hats. So that one was a full handful. That's this one.
Gudrun Johnson.
Yeah, very traditional, shall we say. Yeah. But I did it in baby yarn. Not so traditional. This one I did for my friend Jane, and again it was in the Knitting Goddess in a gradient pack with the yellow. So I had the semi-solid grey and then went through the yellows. I haven't got that one because obviously it was for Jane and it was for her birthday. So
right,
I haven't got that one. I haven't got my copy of this. This was my own pattern, Nunthorpe Evening, knitted on mohair. So you can imagine it took a long time.
Is the Nunthorpe Night shawl more exciting? I'm just curious.
Nunthorpe Night might be a little bit too racy for a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
You know, you just can't go there. But I enjoyed making it. It just probably takes a lot out of you. Hailing Island. That one, I believe I knitted for my mum as well. I do quite a bit of knitting for my mum, don't I?
You do?
Yeah. So I haven't got this one either because she's got that one. Named after where I come from, Hailing Island. Now this was my first gal project. Can you believe that? 2016, my first ever gift along. And I made that one. Look at that. Wow. Beautiful.
That's
I do still have that one, actually. I'll show you that one in a minute. My Cumulus Cloud, which everyone's seen. Now, look at these project notes. Aren't they amazing?
Oh, they're really helpful. Yeah.
I told you.
Yeah. I'm so glad you shared with us which yarn you used, what colourway, what you thought of it.
Yeah, how I enjoyed it.
And
an amazing photo that you can actually see the finished item.
Oh yeah, beautiful photography there. Yeah. Stunning detail. Yeah. It's a wonder that Sylvia hasn't asked you for that to be a feature photograph.
Well, do you know, I'm still waiting because I think she will do any time.
Yeah, I'm expecting that. Excuse me a moment. I really have to take this nasal spray because I'm just struggling.
All right. I'll just chat it over you. Nobody will know. So Menjum was another one of mine. This one was basically just playing around with those.
Is that a place name, Emma?
Menjum is a place name. It is a place on Hailing Island where I come from.
See, I would have pronounced that as Mengham.
Menjum.
Okay.
Yeah, Menjum.
So,
yeah. I haven't got any others. I've got loads of place names in my patterns, like Sandy Point. That's Hailing Island as well. Nunthorpe, where I live. I'm so inventive, aren't I? So this one was Gal 2018. I love Melissa's stuff. She's just got some gorgeous things. Look at that. So much better than my one.
Very pretty.
It is. That was knitted in Cascade yarns. So so thick and warm.
Very copious notes there, Emma. Well done.
This one?
Oh yeah. Yeah. We know what the yarn is and cast on and did one very long row.
Do you like that?
Yeah, it's that attention to detail that will really help other knitters there.
Well, 34
Also,
people have looked at it.
yeah.
I put the needle in and I put the yarn in and I put 2018. Come on, what are you wanting? And then this one I did in last year out, but this I've actually frogged it.
Why?
Because it ended up so big and I couldn't wear it. It just wouldn't sit right. It was the wrong shape.
I'm sorry, I'm going to speak on behalf of the more curvaceous ladies in the group here.
No,
but
it wasn't. It wasn't wide. It was long.
Yeah.
So, if you wanted to put it around your neck here at the front, this went all the way down between your legs and was like some kind of weird tail that you could see from the back.
You could have just sort of flopped it up.
I could have.
A bit with a nappy pin or something like that. Helen is saying that she thinks her aunt used to babysit Moneypenny's dog. The beautiful Lois Maxwell.
Well, she could recommend us for doing Henry's.
And Helen Curzon said you could have sent it to her because she loves purple.
Oh.
So, yeah, I know. It's a total lack of thought there, Helen. She could have totally shared it, but just, yeah. What can I say?
Right. Shocking. Right. So.
That's a very nice sweater that you're wearing there, Emma.
Do you like this?
I think it might be Vera.
It will be Vera with a bra.
With a bra?
Vera with a bra, because Vera, you know, she's a very sensible lady. She wouldn't possibly be out in public without a bra on.
No.
Do you like it?
Got to batten them down. It's nice.
I tell you what, I have been absolutely freezing all weekend.
Is anybody else feeling the cold? I actually put the heating on for 5 minutes this morning. Just 5 minutes. I turned it up to about 16 and then went into the kitchen, made my coffee and came back out and turned it off again. And it was just enough to warm the house through. But the car, when I went out, was frozen. Ooh. What is going on with that weather?
Mm-hmm.
It's the first frost I've noticed. I can't say it's the first frost.
It's coming down.
But it's the first.
It's coming down from the north, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's why. I think it's going to warm up again a little bit tomorrow. And then we've got rain later in the week. Yeah. So it's fine. But I'm so glad you said you put your heating on, because I was feeling a little bit guilty about the fact that I had mine on for a few hours this weekend.
Oh, no, I'm just literally no, 5 minutes. It was enough to make sure the boiler wasn't dead.
Ah, right, for when you really do need it.
Yeah. Because
the way things are, if you need to get a plumber in to fix things, you need to know in plenty of time.
We're quite lucky we do get a priority service from Rogersons, who are brilliant. But no, I don't want to be without heating if we need it. I mean, we've got electric blankets and we've got dogs. You know.
And knitting.
And knitting. You know. Massive crochet blanket.
I did take a picture of my...
Can I just say that I have just got a cold. It's not COVID, I promise. We've had this already. And I have been tested in the last week. So...
I need the bell so I can start ringing unclean, unclean.
Yeah. I've got a leopard t-shirt somewhere. I'll just start wearing that.
Yeah.
Honestly, it clears Aldi.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Quick.
Everybody, the queues to pay at Aldi just empty when you've got your leopard t-shirt on.
I love it. You should wear it all the time. I need one for college.
Absolutely. Oh, so Phil says it's autumn, you're allowed to have the heating on, and Catherine says no heat here yet, but we did turn off the air conditioning. Rainy the past week, but apparently we get summer weather upcoming in the week. So I thought, oh, well, that's good. No frost at Helen's. Heating on came this morning, but I thought I'd turn it off. So, you know, a mixed bag, isn't it?
It is.
Catherine says, like me, she says, I feel guilty when I put the heat on before November. Sis reading Jan Harlett's blog. She's in Toronto, which is a lot colder than where Catherine is. She waits until November and just lays on hand knits. Well, I sit underneath crochet blankets and put my electric blanket on. I do anything rather than have the heating on.
I sit in bed of an evening. Well, in fact, I sit in bed all the time when I'm not busy doing something. And I knew it was cold because Callum's been walking around this weekend with a hoodie on.
Oh, well. Jake went out in shorts yesterday.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, what is that about? Anyway, this shawl. Show us this shawl.
Which one am I showing you?
I don't know. You picked one up.
Oh, I had this one, didn't I?
I don't know. It was a shawl.
This is the one that I did for the cowl. I think it was an M cowl, actually. And it's in the Knitting Goddess. It was 2 packs. I think I used the bluey one first and then got to the bottom, and then I had to pick out a darker blue one to go down here.
Very pretty.
Gorgeous, gorgeous.
I do like her yarns. I've got some of the rainbow, the printer ink colours. I've got the shades, of course, because they're for autumn. And I've got a blue and a green set and a mix set. And I have started a shawl with one of them, which I really love the colours. But I have to say, with the yellow and the green, I'm going to rip them out and rewash them.
Okay.
Because I ended up with urine yellow fingers that look like I've smoked about 200 fags a day for the last 40 years. Every time I knit with the yellowy or the greeny colours. So I think vinegar wash is what's required just to set the colour. I mean, the beautiful colours and the yarn's lovely, but I don't want to look like a heavy smoker.
Not all the time, anyway.
Well, and given that I don't smoke, it's
it would be quite nice not to look like that, wouldn't it, really?
Well, it'd be just like me to wander around with manky yellow hands and then bump into Henry Cavill and just, really not look my best.
So I've just found in my bag that I realised I have a shawl that I haven't got a project page for.
Okay, which one's that?
What on earth happened? Something happened around, 2016. It's like, a black hole or something. There was no project notes.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit like 2020 where we're all forbidden to speak about it.
So this is actually, I'll show you. I've just found the pattern. I'm going to have to share screen again. I am not as smooth at this as you are, like Miss Clicky Pen. There we go. It's that one. Waiting for Rain.
Oh, okay.
Right.
That's really pretty.
It's in the same book as the other one. So this one's got, so if you can see that, some really gorgeous short rows with the lace.
Oh, yeah.
And because it was about the same time as I did Menjum, and I just wanted to play around with short rows and stuff. So if you can't really see it too well in my colours, I don't think.
Oh, you can, sort of, but yeah.
And all I can tell you about this wool is that it was brought in a shop called Brit Yarn, who only sold British wool, and it was all wool, and I got it from there. So that's really helpful. So if everybody wants to know that information, and the best bit is that the shop no longer exists. So yeah, it was in the same book as The Joyful Thread.
Okay. Just looking at the comments, so birthday Helen says she's been doing her hottie the last few weeks. I think she means her hot water bottle. But it is her birthday, so and Helen says went to bed in a shawl last night, so the height of sophistication and fashion.
Yeah.
Oh, Helen's laughing at me for saying that I've got a printer ink pack and I'll soak before using. Is that because you've got one? Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want your hands looking like that because
you definitely vinegar rinse because not good. Oh, here we go with the Virgin Mary again. what shape is that one?
It's a square.
Oh, okay. Well,
Look, so
fold
you
it in
start,
half then.
hang on, you started in the middle.
Yeah, fold it in
And then,
half and it'll be easier to wear.
okay. This is the one that I wore to my stepdaughter's wedding.
Oh, okay.
Like that.
Oh, yeah, yeah. What you need is sort of a lead weight or something on the triangle point just to pull it down a bit down here, maybe.
Yeah, make me look a lot more attractive, wouldn't it?
Beautiful. Absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got kind of that look of, is it the cellular blankets they call it, the in nursing homes?
What blanket?
They're like a little square pattern. I think they're called cellular blankets or something like that. It's
Oh, I don't know these.
They have them in nursing homes. It's got
That's the point you're trying to make.
It's that kind of nursing home chic, the way you're dressing it at the moment. I think you want to fold it to show the lace, and perhaps
I have folded it to show the
actually the way you'd almost put it then was verging on the kind of Outlander thing, and that was looking quite good.
I like the way they wear them in Outlander, so they cross.
Yeah, that works well.
And then tie them around there.
Yeah, that's nice.
I think that one would work for that, actually.
So you just need a kilt and Jamie.
Oh, do you know, Jamie is welcome anytime. Right, so Highlander styly.
Yeah.
Across the shoulders. Whoop, whoop. Tie it around the back. This one is perfect for that. Look at that. How's that?
I think it's perfect.
Whoop, whoop, and call me Claire.
Yeah, like that one.
Yeah, I like this one. I'm going to boil in 2 minutes. You know that.
Why are you hot flushing or something?
No, just because I'm already hot from wearing Vera. And now I've got this really warm, pure wool. Right,
do we want to bundle, so to speak?
Go on, definitely want to bundle. Bundle! I like a good bundle.
Well, yeah, what is it? The witches one, Discovery of Witches type bundling.
Yeah.
Yeah, very different.
Yeah, very different.
Where's my bundle?
I don't know if you've hidden it.
Do you believe I have? Oh, here it is.
Yay! Exciting.
I should sort them by dates. That would be really good, wouldn't it? Share screen, Chrome tab.
Where's my clicky pen? Click, click, click.
Yeah, and here we are. So, Shawl Shapes. I have tried to look for a mix of crochet and knitting.
Yeah.
And I've looked for different types. If we have a look at Tilda to start with, this is crochet or crochet as our Spanish friends.
That one's got short rows as well.
Yeah, really nice use of short rows and sort of puff type stitches and textures and colour. Really like what they've done with that.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, I think that's really pretty.
Yeah.
So asymmetric.
I like an asymmetric shawl. Apparently they're the most popular shape, asymmetric.
They are at the moment, and they work really well because you can style them differently. I looked at this one because I just really loved the photograph and that silhouette that it provides. Oh, isn't that beautiful?
That is gorgeous.
And that's Marnie McLean.
That makes me want to be there.
Who's just got this sort of ballerina body in it and would look fabulous in a bin bag. She just always looks amazing.
Oh, do you know?
Yeah, you can go off people, can't you?
You can.
And it's crochet, it's 16 stitches, 9 rows, so treble crochets, 5mm hook, sport yarn or fingering weight would do. I think that would be really interesting in a gradient.
Yes, definitely.
So I think that's a good one, and that is Rose Quartz by Marnie McLean.
Love it.
I picked this one. The colours sort of leapt out at me, but I like the kind of open work effect. Again, it's crochet. There are similar knit shawls with this open work effect. I just really like the colours and the shape. It's It's kind of a crescent. I think that's the nearest shape I can describe. And it sits quite nicely on the shoulders, and you can style it over to one side in the way that they've shown in that photograph. This is Mally Bird.
I like her stuff, actually.
It looks like it's going to be a triangle, but it's not. It's more what we call Faroese, so it's got this central panel.
Yeah.
And then the kind of wings come off that, so it sits really nicely over the shoulders, because it's got kind of a back neck to it if you want to wear it that way.
Yeah.
And I like the way that she styled it in this main photograph to show the design elements and the surface crochet and the changes in colours, and then obviously there's more subtle versions.
Is that fully crocheted?
Yeah.
That's lovely, isn't it?
And I like the sort of patriotic colours in this one as well.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at this one.
Oh, I like that one nicer.
Yeah, nice and subtle, very neutral. You can make it to go with your various winter coats.
Although I think the blue one suits her better.
Yeah, it's really good on her. And this is Dandelion Dance. I really like the name. If for no other reason, and it's another asymmetric.
Well, that's
colour blocking and striping and texture, and
Dandelion is what they call the musician in The Witcher. His real name in the books is Dandelion.
It is, yeah.
So that's probably why you like it. It reminds you of The Witcher.
It could be that. Tenuous connection to my Henry.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I'm going to just call this lady Tatiana, because I am not even attempting that surname.
Yeah.
A nice sort of crescent shape, cute little details, shell edging, very, very simple, really good for self-stripers. Very pretty, I think. Nice and simple. I like the name of this one, Spun Gold.
Oh, yeah.
And that looks like it's sideways.
That picture's stunning.
It's really lovely, isn't it? Very, very clever. I don't know. Who knows? Fingering weight.
Right.
4mm hook, so it's not going to be a nightmare to do. It's not going to be too slow. But I just thought that was fun. I thought this was interesting. Look at that.
Oh, ruffles. Now, I do like a good ruffle.
Yeah, I'll have to go to another photograph. Well, it's sort of a double ruffle thing going on, and I like the use of colour. And it'd be really good with a long graduating self-striper.
So, and then they've come along and done the ruffle afterwards.
Added the edging afterwards. I just think that's really fun. I've no idea where you... Oh, it's a free one. Okay. I was about to say, I don't know where you buy it, because you can't buy it on Ravelry. It's because it's free. Copper Beach. You know, what autumn could
look at that.
Really pretty, very delicate. Not a ton of stitching to be done. Lots of chains and trebles and a little bit of pickety shell type edging.
Yeah.
That would be a really nice, relaxing one to do. I liked the name, Wings of Love, and I like the shape.
Oh, yeah.
Very
unusual. That's really gorgeous.
That's spectacular, isn't it? And she's shown it in a variety of colours, which I like.
Oh, is that
and they've styled it in different ways, sort of over one shoulder.
I'd like to see it on an actual person, though.
Well, there are some people that have made it. We could have a quick snacky.
Go on.
Nobody's watching.
Oh, she's wearing... No, she's not. That looks like...
That looks like a mannequin.
It does.
Little
girl. Oh, wow.
Look at that.
Oh, do you know, when I was her age, I'd have loved to have something like that. Look, she loves it. Look at her face.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to show that, though, because we haven't really got permission. So.
No, but... Oh, wow.
How utterly adorable.
I'd have been running around the garden with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I just really, really like that. This is a nice, simple one for crochet.
Oh, yeah.
I like the use of colour in this, and for variegated yarns, it kind of breaks it up quite nicely. So
it's nice to have a project to use your variegated yarn, because sometimes you look at them and you think, I don't know what I can use this on.
Yeah, it can be quite intimidating. obviously we couldn't do something without Jenny Crowfoot. There's months of work in that, because that's all individual motifs and fillers, and then the border on afterwards. I'm totally not worthy. Utterly stunning.
I have no words.
How gorgeous is she in that?
Yes,
yeah. So she needs a sandwich, bless her. And I want to give her a chocolate cookie.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh, I like
mosaic from Lily Go. I think that's really pretty. Love the colours, and look at the subtle beading at the edge in there.
And yeah, you can just see it dropping off.
Look,
clovers.
Really, really pretty. And I love this coloured version of it with the sort of terracotta in there, the blue. Really lovely. Fields of Clover by Lily Go.
Wow.
Yeah, just a bit of Doris Chan, or is it? Oh no, it's not. It's actually Amy Gunderson. There you are. It totally looks like a Doris Chan, but there you are. So it's a pineapple one, very popular. Just I can't call it a half circle because it's got these nice little peak shapes on it, but it's basically a half circle in terms of how simple it is. And it's a free one.
Perfect.
Earl Grey wrap. I just thought the colours were nice. I like the shape, the asymmetric triangle thing going on.
That would suit
the elusive tassels.
I definitely think that's mine.
Browns and blues. I wonder who would want that.
I don't know. She can send it to me.
Shawl. What have we got? Stephanie Erin.
That's a fun shape.
It is really clever, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can see where the increases and decreases are, and again, really good use of a highly variegated yarn with a solid.
Yes.
So I think you could have a lot of fun with that.
Oh.
I just picked that because I'm assuming it's Tunisian.
That's another thing that's incredible.
That's definitely Tunisian crochet, but wow. Yeah, that's seriously a step up. Who could resist a shawl called Chocomania?
Well, not me.
I just think that stitching is stunning. It's like scroll effect, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really good, and it's a triangle shawl, and there's lots of technical detail, and her patterns are very well written. She's a gal designer usually. From the Ashes, who was that? Oh, Rachel Newen, gal designer. Very pretty. She picks the most gorgeous yarns. She's got a really good eye in terms of colour, and she picks lovely gradients. I'm going to massacre this now. Is it a Dirandak or a Dirandak or whatever? It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
I'm not even saying that name.
Chiwi.
Chiwi rank. Oh, I'm sorry. That's just wrong. We're not going there. I'm going to overdub that with.
Yeah, just carry on.
Yeah, we're going to leave that. I like the big chunky tassels. Be really great for one of those cake sort of stripy mandala.
That would look lovely over the top of your coat. You know how some women stylishly wear their shawls over a coat? That would be perfect.
Yeah, I don't think she's talking about me there, is she, Helen?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, yeah. Oh, Helen Curzon says she needs a bigger wingspan to wear them shoulder snap. Well, that's my problem. A lot of these are too small. I'm thinking of this one to go with my Wonder Woman outfit for work.
Well, yeah, you could just put it on over your shoulders with your outfit, just, in case the breeze comes in.
And you can't, and that is a curvier girl. Does make the. I think I'd go up a hook size and a thicker yarn and make it into a really big wrap. And then if anybody was rude or cheeky about my Wonder Woman outfit, I could just tie them up in it and tell them it was Lasso of Hestia or something like that.
Yeah, go for it.
So Compton Rachel Henri. I think we're going with Henri.
Henri, definitely Henri.
Bit of short, rowy, stripy, nice shape. I like the edge on it. It's the almost ripple.
Yeah.
but not quite.
It's really nice.
Really simple.
Yeah.
But enough that somebody could just start. Dragon rose wrap, this sort of dragon tooth scales kind of thing. Again, really great for colour blocking and using up skeins of yarn.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
Lots of fun to be had with the colours.
Are those, what's she done there? Those like little knob things?
They look like bobbles. They look like big crochet bobbles.
That's gorgeous.
Really whoppy, don't they? But I love that it adds the texture. This one's called Autumn Garden, so I couldn't leave that behind, could I? I like the crochet for the pretty flowers.
Yeah.
And the asymmetry, all those things, and a nice sort of cute little shell edging, and really lovely use of colour. And you do get to see it on a person. I don't know that that's artfully styled. I love the colours of the flowers that she's picked, and it kind of detracts from the way she's kind of flung the shawl on in the way that I would. So rush out of the house. It's more likely to look like that most of the time. Prairie shawl, Outlander or whatever, where it's fastened at the back, Lion Brand jeans, just really, really simple. It's linen or moss stitch in crochet.
It's really nice.
It gives a nice texture, and with the collar and stuff, it'd just be really warm for a cool evening. Dragon Belly, Joanna Lindahl.
I just love the name of that.
It's awesome, isn't it? It doesn't imply anything sort of cuddly, fluffy, furry or tickly, does it, Dragon Belly? It feels like it would be a dangerous occupation.
Yeah.
But I love the colours, and I like the ridges and kind of what that implies.
Cowls are quite in at the minute as well, aren't they?
Yeah. Fall River is the next one. Katya Novikova. Yeah, we could just say that quickly. It's a bit like getting a bill at the garage, isn't it? You know, say it fast.
Yeah. And move on.
I just really love the colours. I really like the textures. It's basically a triangle shawl with some nice edging, and it's a repeating pattern which creates this lovely edge with the sort of little pickets and stuff. Once you get onto the swing of it, it would be really super easy to do.
Yeah.
Now this is a Doris Jan.
Ah, that's the Doris Chan.
With massive pineapples on the border and tons of mesh. And actually, how cute it looks in the Charlotte size with a finer yarn.
That's fun, that one.
She's just lovely, Doris. Look at her. She looks so ridiculously cheeky and up to mischief. And I love the way she styled it with the Supergirl t-shirt.
She's just done something, hasn't she? And she's the only one that knows that she's done it.
Is it what? She farted and it's not reached the cameraman or something like that.
It wasn't what I was thinking, but that's funny.
Phil says, I knitted the Wonder Woman shawl for Emma. It would be brilliant for Emma. Did she love it?
And in the colours.
Oh, Helen, it drives me mad when you knit a shawl and it turns out to be a kerchief if you aren't a Lilliputian. Yeah, it shows the importance of gauge and measurements and good information from the designer. So, I mean, this is a great big shawl, and you can kind of see the spider's web.
It's not going to keep you extremely warm, though.
Well, it's meant to be a full circle, and someone there has just done a half circle.
Wow.
So it is going to be pretty big, and it will trap summer. But no, this is a decorative piece to wear at a wedding or something like that, or as a wrap on the beach as more of a modesty.
If you're the kind of person that wants to upstage the bride.
Yes.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, Doris Chan, sorry about that. But I just loved this massive motif.
Yeah. Gorgeous.
If you can get a copy of her amazing crochet lace book, even if you never make anything from it, it's just a really nice coffee table one to have, because everyone that visits just thumbs through it and goes, oh, wow. I had to pick this one because it's called Cherry Pie, and it's a nice semicircular shawl with loads of big open work.
Yeah.
Nice textures, nice easy beginning. And that's in a collection. I think this lady's done several books actually, or ebooks. That's an asymmetric, really good for those self-stripers that you don't really know what to do with. And I picked this one just because I've no idea how she puts the motifs together just from the pattern.
Yeah.
But wow.
Definitely wow.
How lovely is that? And it's a rectangle, but you wouldn't necessarily know that from any of the previous photographs, the way that it's worn.
I like a rectangle.
I just think that's really pretty, and that's the Beth shawl.
Yeah. Love it.
The shifting shawl, I've said that wrong 3 times today, so I'm really glad I got that right. Okay.
And on your first try, well done.
I know, I really had to work hard. Lovely filet crochet patterns on this one, and nice little dragon tooth or sawtooth edging.
Yeah.
And that makeup, like seriously, wow, how long did it take to get that lipstick right? Because I do my lipstick and I look like I've got Parkinson's.
Wow.
Yeah, I just think that's beautiful. Very, very simple and really eye-catching, and that colour on her, just wow.
Oh,
nice one for a self-striper or a gradient set.
yeah.
See, it's another asymmetric.
Gorgeous.
I don't know whether you start big and go small or t'other way, but you know, whatever. That's another asymmetry. Do we want to look at the all colours shawl, or should we just move on? Because it's a similar shape to the Point the Way.
All right, okay.
Phil is saying that Emma absolutely loves the Wonder Woman shawl. I bet it makes her feel seriously powerful when she's out and about.
Wonder Woman.
Long tail shawl. The name intrigued me as much as anything else, but it's very simple. I like the neutral. I like the idea of it, and that you've got this kind of long, narrow bit, and I'm assuming it's a triangle, but it doesn't really tell us that. I like the open work, and it will go with a lot.
You could wear that with anything. Oh, I like this one.
North of Mackinac. I think that's right.
It's a nice, interesting name. I don't know if I'd remember it, though.
It's making me laugh that it's RBS Crochet, because I'm thinking Royal Bank of Scotland. Is anybody else sort of on that?
Oh, yeah.
Thing with RBS?
I can't think of anything else that's RBS.
Yeah, another asymmetric. I like the green and going into the grey and the cream. But then I like it equally as well in this sort of gentle gradient.
Yeah.
More or less monochrome, light pink to slightly darker pink, but very clever. Shows off the stitch pattern. Laurentian shawl. Eat wonder crochet. I think that's a mantra for life, isn't it?
I think so.
This looks like a big triangle to me, and it looks like it's knitted sort of corner to corner.
Yeah.
And with the sort of self-striping yarns. Or you could use leftovers of skeins that you think will work really well together.
That would do well.
Good stash buster.
Yeah. We like a stash
buster. Elise crochet.
I like that.
I'm going to start whizzing through these because I've still got the knit ones. Oh God, here we go. Kizilkaya crescent shawl.
Kizilkaya.
I just love the colours.
That's nice, yeah.
So there's a lot of this sort of asymmetric stuff going on. It does seem to be the shape of the moment.
Yeah.
Flat iron shawl.
This is
asymmetric, clever use of similar yarns and highly variegated. So I think that breaks up the variegation really well, and there's sort of speckles going on in the lighter two.
Yeah.
That match the colours in the darker one. So you could have a lot of fun with that. I think that would work well with Malabrigos or Madeline Tosh. Pine Lake shawl. I used to work at Pine Lake selling timeshare.
Oh.
That's the only reason that sort of leapt in. I can't talk about shawls without talking about Mary Rose.
It's stunning. I love that one.
And I believe this is one of her most popular designs, Ashes of Roses. Now look at all those. Now, is it Nups or is it Noops? Someone will put me right.
Is it what?
Nups or Noops, ladies? Nups or Noops?
I would say Nups.
I think it's Noops, but I think it is. I just love the detail work. These beautiful leaves, the Nups or Noops, the lace, there's beading going on. And look at these coloured versions that people have done in this super gradient.
That is hours in there.
Yeah. Just stunning. Really lovely photographs of some of these. There's a totally blue one there, Emma. I'll find out what her address is. So you can...
And did you spot the book? We've got that book.
Have you? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Huh?
Well, yeah, sign of good taste.
Yeah, exactly.
I picked this one. It's another one of Mary's.
Because it's gorgeous.
Of lace, because it's got a crochet border, so it's knit and crochet. But when you just look at that detail and how beautiful it is, I'd probably have to make this in rope to make it big enough to cover me. but you know.
What if you were just going to wear it around your neck?
Yeah, it's fine. And this was a sweetheart shaped shawl, which I just thought was very pretty use of subtle self-striping gradient.
Yeah, I like that.
That was really pretty. I don't know whether the pattern's in English or Russian or whatever it is. Oh, it's Russian. So. Never mind, I'll have to dream on, girls. I like the idea of this Mountains of Minis because it makes me think of all my leftover stock yarns.
Oh, yeah.
Other than obviously knitting a Vera sweater.
Yeah, but you know, you need some other stuff because everybody's got so much left over that 2 sleeves isn't gonna just get you through all that.
Yeah, but I liked that they've been fairly random with the colour work. I don't know whether someone has just literally stuffed them in a bag
and pulled
them out.
Yeah.
Just ran with it. And I think that's fun. Powder pink, this is Julia Reader. Dr. Julia Reader.
Oh, to give her full name.
Yeah. She's lovely. She's really clever. She's ever so sweet. Very sadly, she lost her husband. It was either earlier this year or late last year, unexpectedly. So she's recently widowed and is kind of coming to terms with that. But this particular collection, her ebooks, are all reasonably priced, but all of the shawls in that one are adjustable on size.
Yeah.
And if you sign up for her newsletter, she does a Friday freebie as well. So you can very often pick up. She doesn't do that every week because I think, you know, she's just a busy lady. Well, Barbara Benson, the Tumped Duck, I have to say that very carefully, from the Gift Along, who's in the Mod Squad. And this is just talking about how to knit an easy heart-shaped shawl. My ruffled shawl that I made is a heart shape. You just have to do
a Ken doll wearing that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
actually no, it's Riker from the Next Generation. It's a Riker doll. She does use him to model things quite a lot. I think there's a connection.
Out.
Yeah. She bought the doll. It's her doll.
I love it.
So, you know, I liked this one.
Oh, wow.
Do you see the different circles going on?
Yeah.
And the way that they're joined together, desperately clever. Jennifer Dessau, one of the Mod Squad, really clever design.
It's lovely.
Just using short rows.
Sunray.
I liked this one, this sort of sunray thing, and it's free.
Oh, wow.
Very using the increases in the eyelets to just be the feature without it actually being lace. And I like the almost finger-like nature of the edging.
It's really nice.
Makes me think of the ocean. This is another of Barbara's, so curved asymmetrically shaped shawl. So it's kind of a curvy crescent, and obviously instructions on how to create that and add pattern and various elements as you go. I mean, they're fairly cheap patterns. I think they're only a couple of bucks each, but It just teaches you the elements that you need to know to understand it, and then you can adapt it yourself. I like this one. It says collapsible shoulder. I think it means the dummy. I don't think it means the shawl.
Oh, right, yeah. Okay.
But you never know. Balconette Shawl by Jocelyn Tunney. I like the lace. I really like the lace and the garter edging, and just that it's unexpected. Kensington cable wrap. I don't know if you have to be in Kensington to wear it.
Maybe.
I don't know. Helen says adjustable size is a great idea. Oh, she's not prepared to knit noobs.
Why do I always call them nups?
Oh, so, right. Phil says nups. Helen says noops.
I say nups.
Yeah, I'm sure that I've seen on a tutorial somewhere that it's actually supposed to be noops. But there you are. I really like the bobbles and the big, massive cable.
It looks very cozy and warm.
Yeah, I just thought that was fun, and it would be super quick. So I'm not going to click on that one. That's just another crescent shape and how you achieve it. I thought this was pretty. Irene Lynn, we've looked at her garments before, and they're always quite delicate and drapey and fine yarns. But nice use of different lace patterns and then stockinette or garter in between. I don't know what to say about this one. Just wow.
Stunning, isn't it?
Yeah. Just look at all that lace. Yeah, lifelines, people. Yeah, definitely lifelines with that one. Here's your mate Sylvia. I'm sure she's going to get in touch with you any moment for a photograph.
I think so, because it was the best photo you've ever seen of a shawl before, really.
Yeah. So again, she's done the kind of, it looks a bit like little nipples on the edge. But I like the leafy lace. I like the spine. It's just a really simple introduction to lace shawl.
Yeah.
And it would be a really good workhorse accessory, something you could wear a lot.
Yeah.
I adore Isabel Kramer.
Yes.
And I just really like it. Yeah, I mean, it's a big triangle.
It's gorgeous.
It's half patterned, half not. People have played around with different colours. I'm loving that mustard one.
I like the mustard. I like both of those.
Totally mine. Blanket scarf. Which is in the shawl wrap section, so that's the only reason I've included it. But
that looks almost like it's been weaved rather than knitted.
Yeah, and I really like that. I think that's fun. And look at the little, well, they're not tassels, are they? Because they're twisted cords.
Yeah.
It's very professional. I have no idea what she's doing with shape on this one, but wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's super dragony.
It really is. It's amazing.
The lovely Amber O'Brien.
It's very cool.
We looked at Lucy Haig the other day, didn't we? This is Ishnit. It's another copper and verdigris. She really likes these colours.
Well, I don't blame her. It's gorgeous.
They do work. Here's one just for Emma.
Yay!
Tess of the D'Urbervilles. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking it's more Outlander, and
it's
she would get more
sales
if she changed that to Outlander now.
Yeah.
One for Helen, Scottish Highlands. Really, really pretty. And I like the light and the dark together there.
That'd look nice on me.
That's really, really pretty.
Would definitely look nice on me.
Almost got a silvery look to it.
Yeah.
It's got a very subtle sheen. I'm thinking there's some silk in there. I really liked this.
It's relentless.
Yeah, and at first glance I was thinking it's really clever how they've done that trellisy bit at the bottom, and then I realised it was actually a fence. So there you are.
Did you not have your glasses on? You should have gone to Specsavers.
You know, this is what you get for working a 60-hour week. Your head's gone. So,
exactly.
It is what it is. Jacinta Shawl, another amber one. Just a clever way to use a gradient set or,
nice.
leftovers or whatever. Very simple. This I thought was an unusual shape. There's a lot of short rows going on there.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a free one. I mean, look at that.
I mean, where does the
feathery thing going on there?
Where does the definition of shawl finish and scarf end?
I do not know, but I really like that.
That's like a phoenix.
Yeah, those colours are totally mad, aren't they? But you could, again, very highly variegated yarns would work with that, self-stripers,
Yeah.
changing solids and things like that with each section. I like the short rows on this for the sections and the sort of sawtooth, dragon tooth edge.
Mm-hmm.
It's really nice. And I love her hair.
It's gorgeous.
Were we ever that young?
Oh, I wish.
Now, if you've never designed a shawl before, or you're just interested in construction, then Derrier Davenport does a few free patterns with basic shawl shapes and a cheat sheet to get started. So this is the circular shawl shapes cheat sheet with 5 options, obviously, for circular shawls. And there's another one here, which is the basic shapes,
Right.
which talks you through the square, circular, triangular, semicircle or heart shapes and how you achieve those shapes. What you do with them beyond that is up to you, obviously. Add your own patterning. You can't do shawls without having Stephen West and a bunch of colours that are madder than a box of frogs.
He's just so clever, though.
How does he do it?
I really don't know. That's like a stained glass window.
Oh, so Helen Gipson says Noops too. Noops is phonetically correct, but I looked it up and it says Noops. Helen C. loved the Celtic cables in those colours, and Helen Gipson, she thought the same.
Not to upset anyone, but when they say noops, are these all American people? Not being rude, but you know, we are allowed to pronounce things differently. Is all I'm saying.
Well, I don't know. It's like Worcestershire sauce, isn't it?
Exactly.
Could be a case of that. Another Lucy Haig.
Is that a circle? That is amazing.
Yeah, isn't that lovely? Just amazing.
Yeah.
I'm not even trying to say that name because I don't know if it's a silent G or a what. This is a nice one from Unit Toronto. They do sort of specialise in giving really good patterns away as freebies on Ravelry, and I think I love the colour. It's a nice DK weight, pretty eyelets, nice bit of a ribbed edging, and then a little bit of lace before that in a half pie shape.
Yeah.
Just a really nice introduction to knitting a shawl without being too challenging. And then, of course, your second shawl could be this.
Ah, yeah.
It's that Tanya woman.
Are you just going to whip that up in a weekend?
I could probably have that done this afternoon.
I think you should.
Yeah, it's probably like a 1mm needle on half lace weight or something. Cobweb.
Do you know what that reminds me of?
Spent all afternoon in the garden chasing spiders to get the yarn.
It's like
stunning.
Do you know that big circular window in the Notre Dame?
Yeah.
That's what that reminds me of.
I don't know if that survived. Did that survive?
I don't know, but Tanya's got it there.
I just think absolutely stunning. Tanya's a great one for her lace. Sort of eye for detail. Elizabeth Zimmerman.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the lacy patterns on this and how just mahoosive it is.
It's gorgeous.
So, Pi R Square. I just really like the name as much as anything else. But it does give you a square shawl with kind of an opening for your head. And it will sit on your shoulders without falling off. And this is a half pie.
Oh, yeah.
So it's another half circle. Very simple sort of, is that?
That looks like feather and fan.
Yeah, it looks like feather and fan rather than old shell, doesn't it?
Yeah, old shell's tighter, isn't it?
I really like Sari Nordlund, Finnish designer, and this is a stitch pattern she's used on sweaters, socks. I'm not saying she's worked it to death, but she's certainly got her money's worth from the stitch directory.
It is nice.
But I like the way she's put it together. She's got a very strong sense of her own style. She has a really nice sort of chatty little podcast. And for anybody that is a designer, I suggest you find the episode where she talks about her designing work.
All right.
And how much it actually costs to produce a pattern.
Yeah.
And what her logic is and how that works, because she works for a Finnish company, Novita.
Right.
And how she does her work there, because that's about selling yarn as opposed to her own work.
Right.
For her own Luna Knit, which is about what she wants to make and what intrigues her, either as a technique or just because she loves it, and how those two approaches are very different, and how one is sustainable in terms of income and one perhaps isn't.
Right.
So I thought that was really interesting. She costs out the whole process of her design, and it was always enough for me to go in the garden and just eat a bucket of chocolate.
Yeah, and just cry.
But yeah, it's when someone says, "Oh, I'm not paying that for a pattern," it's maybe the thing we should make them watch at gunpoint. Michelle do thingy, Denia, I don't know. Michelle, anyway, elderflower shawl.
It's gorgeous.
Really, she's got some beautiful crochet shawls, and there's a whole collection that's based on Downton Abbey, and they're really lovely. This is Hannah, whose name I'm not even going to attempt. We met her, and Helen had a long chat to her about yak yarn, as did Emma, at Yarndale last year.
Which what would have been this weekend?
Would have been this weekend, and it's in that adorable Yakalicious, and I so want that colour.
I've got some of their yarn, that dye.
Yeah, I bought somebody else's yak. Yakety yak or something.
Don't look back.
I don't know. Lost in Time, Joanna Lindahl, bit of crochet, really popular free pattern. I bet she wishes she'd charge for it now because it's been so popular. Yellow Cosmo, tulip shawl. This is a really shallow crescent with short rows and a stunning tulip design. And look how elegant it is on her. As soon as the picture loads in about a week. Oh,
like you say, you could fall out with somebody, couldn't you?
Yeah, I think for me, I'd have to, again, knit this in really heavy rope to get this to be... because we're talking shapes, yeah, there's a lot of cutting and rejoining in this, it has to be said.
But just to be able to even think about how to do that.
Yeah, be absolutely beautiful, and doesn't she just rock it completely? But on me, it would look like a coaster.
A coaster.
Or a stamp, postage stamp. Jinko shawl, I think this is really pretty. It's actually a reasonable size shawl, but I think I'd go up a yarn weight and at least 2 needle sizes to just make it what I would want. But I love the edging.
It's lovely.
Really pretty.
I'm having bottom issues.
Laura Ayler, you've always got bottom issues.
I know, sorry.
Log cabin.
Oh, I like that.
Kind of effect. I'm obviously going to go for those colours, but Emma's going to want that.
That is gorgeous. I like them. I like the
garter stitch and lovely modular knit in garter stitch and nice borders afterwards. Confetti shawl, Tetriana Otruta. Probably massacred that. I'd be making that in a bulky yarn for me.
Yeah.
I might make it big enough. Maybe an Aran with adhesive needles. This is Delia Davenport, the lady who does the cheat sheets, and it's from her Crescent Shawls ebook. There's some really pretty designs in that, so if you're really new to shawls. That's Elizabeth Zimmerman's pie shawl from July from one of her books. I put that one in because it's called Crow Waltz and I just like the name.
Yeah.
Damask, what's this lady called? Kitman Figueroa. Kitman, anyway.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, really pretty. Love the texturing. There's no resting rows in this shawl. There's absolutely no opportunity to relax in her patterns. You are on duty from the start to the finish. Super easy side to side shawl for anybody who wants to use a really highly variegated yarn that you are terrified of doing anything else with.
Super simple but stunning.
You know, tens of thousands of people would agree with you.
Yeah.
Susanna, I see. Oslo Watch shawl. This is really popular. I like the vertical lines in the crescent. I really love the border.
Yeah.
It's just very elegant. Again, I probably have to use a heavier yarn just to get it to cover all the bits. And I couldn't resist one for the Eiffel Tower. I mean, just,
yeah.
Who could?
Oh, it's gorgeous.
An Aeolian shawl. That's an awful photograph. Really, really dark.
You need to be, you know.
You actually see it better in shadow.
Yeah.
Maybe in this one. I don't know. There's tons of project photos of the Aeolian shawl, and
yeah,
nearly 5,000 people have knitted it and
wow.
it, you know. So you could go through, and the yarn ideas alone matching to your stash would keep you busy.
What? I've got a visitor. All
right. So Helen says she's got the yarn for the carer needs to do that. So I hope that's given you a bit of a glimpse, really, as to the shapes and the options and what can be done. And anybody who's interested in construction, I would encourage you to download the shawl cheat sheets that Derry has prepared, because it's really good just to understand the construction before you take on a bigger project, or watch Barbara Benson's videos on YouTube. Watch Barbara Knit, I think, is the name of her channel.
Cool.
And she's really funny and super bouncy. She does occasional designer interviews as well. She's just so lovely.
Oh, superb. The dog's knocked my microphone. He's here.
Oh, okay. What's up?
I think he believes it might be dinner time. Hello.
Mine are unconscious at the moment.
No, he's here. He's bothering me.
Oh, Coco's just moved her head. She's having a big stretch.
Are you talking about me?
Yeah, so you know that Labrador stretch where they do that thing with the front legs?
Yeah, like they're going to shoot you any minute.
Oh, yeah, and then just sort of go back in again and go on the pause. That's what she's doing.
Now he's come around this side. It's not getting enough attention that side.
You look really cosy in that.
I'm quite warm. I'm doing a sleeve.
Oh, nice. I need to ask Helen, how are you getting on with the blanket?
Which blankie?
Helen's blankie design with
the squares.
They're cable. Well, no, they're not squares. Some of them are strips and things like that.
Yeah.
How's that coming along? Have we got an idea of when you're going to start?
I'm excited for that pattern.
Well, I mean, the other one that she did is a bestseller, and it's just a stunner.
Shush. Really? Sorry, I have a rude dog.
Oh, okay. Do you know, my stomach's like that sometimes, just unexpected noises. It's, it's just a thing, isn't it? It's Sunday.
Unexpected noise in the baggage area.
Well, yeah, it's just, it is. It is what it is. Right, well, it's time for Arthur to get some dinner, I think.
It is definitely time for Arthur to get his dinner.
So, great to see everyone. Thank you for joining us and sharing your Sunday. And Helen, thank you for sharing part of your birthday with us. And you're probably thankful that we didn't sing.
Not too late.
But, if you really would like us to, if this is your last chance.
I'm warming up. Are you ready? Just do some breathing.
Are you going to do some scales?
Ready? Da 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 da. Where's your clicky pen? Quick, before I start.
Oh, so roast pork here soon, and she's on the first border of the blanket. How many borders is it going to have?
Roast pork birthday dinner.
I know. Oh, that's awesome. Helen says she'd love to see a blanket too. Michelle says she'd love to see Helen's blanket.
Yeah, we all would love
and Phil says thank you very much, everybody, and enjoy your meal. And Helen says no to this singing. That I don't blame you. I think that was a wise choice, really wise choice.
Some people could be offended.
Well, when Helen's ready, I'm sure she'll show us some teaser photos. Just 2 borders each side. Oh, okay. So yeah.
So it's nearly finished.
Yeah, it's nearly there, and it's nearly ready to start
testing. I've got an idea. Why don't I sing us out?
Yeah, do you know, I've just got a real problem with my microphone.
Are you ready?
Yeah, you're breaking up. You're breaking up.
I'm getting poised.
Right, okay, well, we'll say goodbye while Emma gets ready to sing us out. See you soon.